Gonabad city. Gonabad is located 260 kilometers south of Mashhad at a height of 1,105 meters above sea level and enjoys a warm and arid climate based on its vicinity to the desert and being far from the sea. Gonabad city has a history dating back to over 2,500 years ago, with 250 ancient monuments. The existence of cultural monuments represents an ancient civilization in this area. The biggest aqueduct in the world from the Achaemenid era is in this city. The people of Gonabad are active in agriculture, animal husbandry, industry, mining, transportation and services. The most significant traditional job in the Mend area is pottery, with a great reputation. Forging, mat weaving in the desert area, carpentry, wood turning and batting are the other traditional jobs in Gonabad. Gasa Bay Aqueduct. Gasa Bay Aqueduct is the biggest, deepest, most admired and oldest world aqueduct related to 2,500 to 2,700 years ago. One of the world's hydro system masterpieces, constituted of 2 major canals and 6 secondary branches. This was probably one of the Achaemenid victorious achievements against the Medes, because they could use Qanats to develop more agricultural lands and thus more population. Herodotus also referred to their agricultural activities as a reason for the Achaemenid rise. The number of wells in this aqueduct is more than 470, and its major well is located on the north hillside of Siaku in the depth of 280 to 300 metres. Kai Khosrow considered the depth of aqueducts well about 700 guz, unit of measurement, and 4 parasang, unit of measurement. Now the charge of the aqueduct is about 150 litres per second, and it is the only water source in the city. Gasa Bay Aqueduct is one of the amazing human-made phenomena and the symbol of human harmony with nature. The aqueduct space is adorned with a beautiful form by old architects. The interior space of the aqueduct has amazing tunnels and canals, with some holes to put the oil lamps and lighting fixtures on them. Discovered pieces of pottery around the wellhead state that the Gasa Bay was located in the original canal of the original aqueduct at the time of the Achaemenids, and it was followed by other wells in times of drought. Gonabad Jame Mosque. Jame Mosque of Gonabad is one of the invaluable monuments of the Kharazm-Shahian era and one of the historical masterpieces in the Khorasan Razavi province that dates back more than 8 centuries. Some of its important points are its Kufic inscriptions and stunning brickwork that are on its Qibla porch. At the end of the inscription margin, the date of the construction of the mosque is written in Kufic as 609 Hijri year, equal to 1212. Based on available evidence, the current building of Jame Mosque of Gonabad has extensions that have been probably added in the Ilkhani era. The village of Mend, the pottery industry. The village of Mend is the only pottery centre in the east of Iran, located 3 kilometres north of Gonabad, the northeastern province of Khorasan Razavi, with a population of approximately 1,000 people. This village's residents are also engaged in brick, pottery and tile making, besides farming. The pottery industry in Mende can be traced back to the 3rd millennium BC, without a specific name until the early 12th century. However, a new type of pottery has appeared since then, which is known as faience pottery. A variety of traditional potteries are produced in this region using either red clay or faience ceramic. Both methods differ in terms of their materials and the process of making the body. Faience is a type of ceramic made from white clay. These types of ceramics are mainly made from silica or flint, bentonite and kaolin. The surrounding mines produce bentonite and kaolin. Upon extraction, flint is pounded with a hammer to be broken into smaller pieces. Red clay pottery is another type of pottery made from clay and is newer than faience works in the area. Traditionally, handmade potteries produce wares such as birds, animals and bulks formed through the moulding of vases, thermoses and other objects, embellished with relief motifs. Since men's products are wheel-made, they are produced more easily and are a popular choice among people due to their versatility. There is also a high demand for underglaze painting here. Many of the motifs on Mende pottery come from symbols and rituals rooted in people's beliefs. On ceramics, human beings, animals, plants and geometrical patterns are the most commonly used motifs. An exemplar of men's wares typically depicts the human face surrounded by lines. Potteries like these are often regarded as the most important of Mende. There are many motifs depicting animals such as chickens, fish, butterflies, etc., which are painted in red and yellow. The Tomb of Ghor. The Tomb of Ghor is located 72 kilometers northeast of Gonabad in Gasa Village. This tomb can be relative to the Mongol era and is most probably the resting place of a Mongol prince or a member of an affluent class. The inner walls of his tomb are square, but the external walls are octagonal in shape, besides other intricate forms of architecture. In this part of the video we introduce you to two historical villages of Gonabad, the village of Riab and Ostad, the famous village. Ostad Village. Ostad is a village in Gonabad city in the Khorasan Razavi province of Iran. After years of its destruction by the earthquake, its remnants can still be enjoyed by seeing remains of this village from its intelligent and beautiful architecture. In ancient times, due to low security, especially in the villages, insurgents and mercenaries attacked the villages and looted the lives and property of the people. The people of Ostad Village called this village Ostad due to their skill in shooting and skill in building mud houses. In the old village, a castle with clever architecture was built in the highest part of the village. The village houses were built around this castle, and when the rebels attacked, the villagers reached this castle as soon as possible. And women and children took refuge in large underground wells, and the men of the village fired at the rebels from the towers, causing the ground to collapse due to the height of the castle and the turrets designed at the top of the castle, and they were retreating. From the old buildings of this village, I can mention the bath of this village, which was built with unique design and architecture, so that the water of the aqueduct and natural light was used, the beauty and uniqueness of which is quite clear. Riab Village. Riab Village is 3 kilometers west of Gonabad. It is a thatched historical village 1,000 years old, one of the oldest in the country. The name of this village is derived from Rami Ab, known for its long aqueduct that stretched for more than 20 kilometers. The houses are similar to the architectural style of the houses in the desert areas, where most of them are built of mud, with brick decorations. The establishment of Riab Village dates back 200 years and has been developed over time. The Riab Village has a very pleasant landscape with beautiful green nature and fruit gardens. This village has many historical attractions such as the castle, the House of Nazarian, the Tomb of Abu Mansur Riabi, the old reservoir, the mosque and the Gulshan Bagh mansion are among the most famous historical places. The Nazarian house is another historical work with a wooden door that opens to a vestibule. This house has no windows opening to the outside. Instead, all windows open up to the yard. The yard of the house, apart from its garden that is constructed with raw clay, there is an underground pool used to store water. Thank you for your attention and hope to hear your comments about our videos.